Hey everyone, welcome to Rise and Thrive in Midlife. I'm Amanda Haywood, and today I'm hopping on because I want to share a series about navigating grief with children. I have personal experience with this. I lost my father over a year ago. It was very traumatic and it was unexpected, and it has had a huge impact on our lives, not just my life, but on my children's lives as well. And just kind of a little bit of the history here, or the backstory. We were all headed to my cousin's baby shower, and on the way in, my father fell just out of the blue. We thought he was having a seizure, and my sister and I realized he wasn't breathing. We rolled him over and we started to perform CPR. At that point, my husband took over CPR because ours was not as effective as we would have liked, and we were losing him. So my husband jumped in, started taking over CPR for us. And a little while later, the paramedics arrived and they hooked him up to the machine that does the compressions for you. They gave him all of the medicine that they had on board, and they finally had him stabilized enough where they could actually take him to the hospital. And once he got to the hospital, they had to stent him because they realized that his left aortic valve, the left aortic valve, or the left aortic something or other, was 95% blocked, and that's the one they call the widowmaker. And so they stented him, and the stent seemed to work. They had him in a paralytic state, so he wasn't conscious. We were unable to talk to him. I mean, we could see him and we could talk to him, but he was not awake, not responsive, couldn't move. And they had told us that, he was really not in great shape, and it was going to be touch and go. But then they gave us some good news, and we started to become a little bit hopeful. And unfortunately, that didn't last, and his organs started to fail. And the next day, he ended up passing away. And it has really affected us. Not only was it very traumatic, but seeing, your loved one collapse in front of you and having to render first aid and, go into that, take action right away was very hard, and trying to keep the emotions out of it at that point, because you had a job that you had to do, right? And my poor daughters, they're 5 and 7. They witnessed the entire thing. And they've been struggling. They've been having a hard time. They don't understand why it happened. They have a hard time sleeping at night. They'll ask me, why did Grampy have to die? Just a lot of different things that breaks my heart, and I don't always have the answers. And more than often, I don't have the answers. And so we have, definitely started therapy. We've been in therapy, and we've gotten some really good tips, gotten some really good strategies, and some different things that have been helpful, with the daily struggles. And I wanted to share them. So, my goal over the series of the next couple videos, is really to share what has helped my daughters navigate their grief. And hopefully this can help your family too, if you're experiencing the loss of a loved one, or something that is very traumatic that has happened. So I hope that you stay tuned and you watch my next video. It's going to be basically on one of the first things that we implemented, and that was some of our books that were made for children that help talk about grief, deal with grief. And so I'm going to share a couple of our favorite books that have really helped, and hopefully they can help you too. So thank you again for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and you like this video. And I will be back on tomorrow and sharing day 1 of some of the strategies that help my daughters navigate their grief. Take care.